Good afternoon. Gonna wait a few minutes and I want to talk about health, something different for the day with a little bit of encouragement since, all I've been seeing is stuff to make your mind go, wow. I just want to be different today and spread some love and give words of encouragement and you know whatever God is going to put on my spirit to talk. Well, today I'm gonna talk in like 3 minutes. When it turns 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna talk about my day so far and what I've been sitting here thinking, um, and so forth. So I'm gonna wait. Welcome, welcome. Please hit the like button. Whoever is there, how are you? Good afternoon. It is 1:24 in the afternoon. It is May 25th. Happy birthday, legend, if you come across this. I think today is, no, his birthday is coming. I think it's here, but it's something. What's today's date? If somebody's bold enough to say something, say it. Give me the date. That's all you gotta say. But anyway, I never could wait. I got a little coffee in my system, and I was looking at my watch time hours. I need about a little over 500 to get my 4,000 watch hours. I know part of why it's doing slow motion on me is because I haven't been consistent on my lives and my content. It's just a lot going on right now. And I've just been trying to keep my mind from wandering because it does it sometimes. Hey Mal. Oh, okay, it's not yet. I think Legend's birthday is tomorrow. 527. Yep. Legend of Oz. My birthday's coming up. I'm gonna be 52, girl. I'm so excited. I feel so old with my age, but I promise you, I don't even feel 51. I be like looking at myself and I'm like, where did the years go? What happened? Because I don't remember a lot, but a lot I do remember on this damn app, and it has brought me to wanting to promote positivity, which we all need every now and then. Shoot, I'm not perfect sometimes, and sometimes I just be needing just alive to just talk positive, just to woosah my mind. Because when we sit there and we listen, sometimes it's overwhelming, and it don't even have to be your stuff. It's just be like, oh wow, you know. But I've been hanging in there. I've been forcing myself to keep my appointments. I was dreading going to the GYN doctor. I hate when they dig in my stuff and the aftermath of feeling like I done had intercourse and without the actual eggplant. Look at that. I done switched it all around. Doing good over here. Thank you, sis. You do too. Shit, I'm glad I'm looking good. 'Cause at one point I was feeling like I was really old, stressing about things I couldn't control. But when I started saying, God, I can't handle this bitch. No, I'm just gonna keep it above. I can't do no arguing. I don't want to argue with her today. Is when I started getting my peace back because people would drain the fuck out of you. I'm gonna be transparent today. I'm gonna talk positivity, but I want to curse today. And just pray that my sister in Christ don't listen. But it's slipping out, so I might as well just let it slip out. But yeah, we absorb so much that that it keeps us blindsided when the attacks come our way. It's like, what? Wow, how did I get here? Why you got to say this? It is all meant to distract us. This is what I'm learning, and I'll be trying my best not to feed in even to the stuff in the worldly. I just start cutting people off. When I see it coming, I cut them off. I delete them from social media, all that, block them, no sight. Because in reality, I'm all the way down here in North Carolina. So I really can pick and choose what I want to engage in, and if it's not gonna steer me in the right direction, I don't care what they fucking say about Maritza. I'm gonna continue pushing because the way I'm walking right now, with God on my side, even in my imperfection, I am doing well mentally. So when I said we gotta make sure our health, I don't know what I wrote, but it's something about health. Health is wealth. Your body, your mind, your spirit. And this season, we're gonna have to protect it with all our might, because the true enemy wants us sidetracked. He don't want us paying attention on what's really going on around us. And he'll send these little demons to do his work. And then next thing you know, we upset because these mojos don't stop. You know what I'm saying? And it gotta come to a point. Like I know, listen, and I'm talking in general. I get it. I be wanting to cuss a lot of people out. I promise you. And there's a few that I can name from the start of myself being on this Latrice Allen sector, whatever sector it is. It's very demonic. It's not of God. You could be minding your business and be pulled into some mess that you didn't even ask to be in. But the truth of the matter is, and what I'm learning is that if you was doing things the wrong way, there is no trouble in sight. He won't need to distract you because you're doing everything against God. But when you finally decide to, grab you together and start looking at things in a spiritual eye, he sends all these situations our way to just have us freaking mad, wanting to fight and cuss people out. And when that is done, he be like, see, God, I told you she's weak. So we gotta fight against them spirits because we're not dealing with flesh and blood at all. Yo, I've been going to church and I've been getting attacked. You would think that you going to serve the Lord and doing what you gotta do to please God and not man, that it will be easy breezy. But the minute I devoted my time and I started getting blessed is when they started attacking. The hate be real because of the calling we have over our life. Believe that. We're not here for no reason. And also, we don't go through things just because of a form of punishment. That should be our testimony. That story right there, whatever you ever been through that taught you something, that right there is your tea to give the next person that may need that same encouragement. You know what I'm saying? So I get it now. When I see these things coming, I got the right to either ignore it or feed into it and be more of a pain in the butt with my brain and being frustrated while they over there like ha 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 and they got me. But I try not to. Hey y'all. I recovered mentally 24 times in life. I almost gave up on life 3 times. Thank God God saw fit for you to be around. And just know that you have people that you've come in contact. Some may not be great, but you have a few. And the few is better than none to keep you encouraged. You know what I'm saying? God don't put too much than we can bear. And again, with all things that's going on in life, and we've been introduced, like, for me, for instance, because it is my channel, me being violated as a child, as an adolescent, being taken advantage, being physically abused by my own dad. You know what I'm saying? So much that I had carried on, carried into my adulthood. And a few times in my adolescent age, I tried to unalive myself. I promise you, if Excedrin was a stronger drug, I'd have been dead. I took the whole bottle and I still woke up. I didn't have a headache, but I still woke up. I promise you. But I had, was going through so much. I didn't really have people around me to really sew into me. Like the friend that I have down here now, it was the start of venturing out of my circle of friends. And she has been a blessing since the day we met till this day. So those are the people that I tried to hang on to because I'll be able to receive constructive criticism when I'm cutting up, and we sharpen each other. So I'm grateful to have that circle of friends outside of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And even a few people on here like Mel. I'll be hitting you up on thing, giving you words of encouragement. 'Cause sometimes I be wanting to say things, but then I'll be in the flesh, and I don't want you to get discouraged. Um, while you going through. So I'm always the sister to hit you in the inbox and be like, girl, you got this. Oh boy, you got this. If I feel if it drops in my spirit to reach out, I will reach out and I will encourage you in a New York minute. I promise you. I don't like to see people go through things, even the ones that offend me. I don't like it, but we all gotta go through things, not to hurt us, but to give us ammunition to pass to the next person that you may come in contact with. So nothing goes in vain. It is all a lesson. We all don't get it correct. Neither do I. You know, yeah, I have to. I have to. I don't like to see confusion, even though I was in the mess at one point, and I wasn't, let's say, in the mess like that, but I was engaging and stuff. And then once I started to feel like overwhelmed, especially with the situation with Latrice and the back and forth, and it was just being repetitive. I said, I gotta take my heart out of this mess. I almost cursed. I said, I gotta really use this avenue for something because I knew God led me here for a reason. I just thought it was the other stuff until I was joked on. Rich, I overcame identity crisis at 24. Something I suffered from since childhood. Yo, Riaz, I kid you not. The other day, I was sitting here thinking, like, damn, do I feel Puerto Rican? It was a point that I was afraid to tell people that I was Hispanic. I promise you. I was afraid to bring my mother to school because my mother has white skin. I didn't really appreciate my culture until I got older. And that's only because of the stuff that I had endured with the colorism with my mother's family against my dad because he was a darker skinned Puerto Rican. It was just so much. And I used to hate being Puerto Rican. I never had a Puerto Rican boyfriend. And as I got older and started getting to the core of my madness, I realized that it all stems up from when I was a kid. And once I started to forgive a little bit, God started to release. some things. He started to show me that he can heal you, especially when you're trying your best to live a healthy life. Everything is not spot. I'm not healthy. I'm getting my health back mentally, spiritually, and physically. Because your mind can tear your body up. Your mind talks to your organs, and you don't want that. You don't want that to shorten your life. Colorism is deep in the black and brown community. Yes, girl, it is. You know what? It's in Hispanic culture too. We go through it deep. My mother was disowned by her own dad because my father was dark. But when my grandfather needed to get his ass out of trouble, he called the same ninja that he called the other word to help him. And my dad humbled himself and helped him, effed him all up. He didn't want. We was my bishop says, don't call yourself a black sheep because you God's sheep. I was always looked at different, me and my sister, because of our father, because I was darker. I was called all these N words. And, when I used to share this with my friends, they didn't believe it because what Puerto Ricans often, Hispanics often show the togetherness. Well, they ain't together now because they don't know what togetherness is. But back in my days, everybody was together. Everybody was my cousin, even if they was Dominican. They was my cousin. If they was kin, dancing with my dad and mother, partying, they was family. I promise you, I got a lot of unblood cousins. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I was afraid of being Hispanic. Just for that. Like I'm ashamed. I identify with African Americans more than Puerto Ricans. I promise you. I don't really talk Spanish. Um, my significant other is not Spanish. Even down to when I cook. I'm not a real Puerto Rican. I tell them I'm Puerto Rican. I'm for the Ricans, but I ain't a part of it because most of my love came from African Americans and a few Caucasians. Back in them days, I didn't know what racism was. I didn't really know. I didn't really care because all my needs was met. But it is what it is. Now that I'm older and I see these things, I'm like, geez, let me get back to my health and let me strengthen my mental so that I can be there for others. You know what I'm saying? I've been not in the greatest mood, but I find comfort when I'm on my prayer line with my church family. Um, they give me so much hope. They so dope. They make me feel so. I'm like, I thought I had to be churchy, but you know what I'm learning? How not to talk so much. It's really hard, right? Let me read. Now, yes, I suffered colorism for myself for 12. No, my family showed love, but I felt insecure back then. Now I accept it. Originally, I consider myself British born in Pakistan. That's it. Grew up in multicultural. Yeah, me too. So we don't see color. We see clear. I don't know what racism looks like. I maybe they parents were so damn busy with their lives they blocked it from me. It was accepted in the Hispanic culture. I never understood it. And I used to be ashamed of being Puerto Rican just because of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, it's different. Yes, bro, we had my family on my dad's side, a lighter complexion. My grandmother was very light. Me and my sister have the same father and mother, but different skin tone. Yes, all it's crazy. What's even more crazy? When this world is all said and done, are they gonna be having colorism in heaven? Everybody gonna be looking the same. We're gonna be up in the spirit. I know I'm working. I know I ain't doing shit right. I promise you I ain't doing stuff right. But I know as I keep pushing that all things are gonna fall off. My mental is changing. So I take that. The other stuff that I feel like I got strongholds, I know eventually he's gonna deliver me from it. I can't do it. He knows it. I know he could do all things through Christ, so I'm gonna rely on Christ to help me out. Because I've tried, and it just keeps calling me and calling me. But yeah, that colorism is just whack, and then just this government is. Thank God you in Britain, young, cause over here they fucking our shit all the way up. So it's best, all these damn distractions, and we have to be focused on our faith and our belief in God that He ain't gonna put too much that we can bear. If we could just grab the lesson in each situation that God allows us to go through, each jewel that is dropped, whether it's good or bad, it is something to talk about and to encourage others. You never know who may need the words. You'd be surprised. I didn't think he would ever send someone that had the exact issue as mine. I was able to minister to her, and even though I'm not where I want to be, I'm grateful that I was able to give her or him that info to encourage them to keep pushing. That's the only reason as a kid I rejected my Pakistan heritage is because it was hard to accept it as a kid because I grew up in London. I get it. I get it. A lot is going on in the UK. Isn't that the same? London is part of the UK, right? UK been declining since 2008, but only recently since 2019 for collapse. Yeah, that's everywhere. I knew with this man being in office the first time that he was set to do something. He was sent to shake up the 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 government, and he did just that on his second term. It was, even though he cheated, I'm gonna say it, even though he has cheated his way in, God allowed it because he has a purpose to fill. It's a lot of wickedness that's happening in our countries, even in yours. I'm pretty sure y'all have racism over there. All these hot closet races, we have to be equipped with the thing that they can't take away from us, and that's our faith in God. Got to continue to keep our eyes steadfast, keep it positioned no matter what comes our way. Because if we allow even a crack open, that leaves room for the enemy to do whatever he wants to do to discourage you, to pull you back into the dark places. Fortunately, I knew this would happen. Yeah, me too. Me too. I know what's gonna happen too. But look, we in it. I was listening to some songs. I be listening. I don't know if they actual. Some of them are actually people that are singing, but they use AIs as like a template of their record or whatever, or they just use AIs, and they have a lot of uplifting music. I be in here crying because I low key I be freaking going through it. I be going through it, but I don't come out here to complain because I know this too shall pass. I know God makes a way all the time. Even when I don't think He's making a way, He does. Um, the Red Sox speaks fact, truth about some of his brutal born Pakistan. At the end of the day, they family, but I am very vocal about the issues. Yeah, it's you hate it that our culture is just so evil. But you know what? We don't choose who our family is. You know what I'm saying? And even with family, you have to pick and choose. Just because they're family does not mean you have to have a relationship with them, especially if they put more. stress on you than adding something special into you. If that makes sense, it's a it's a lesson that we go all pick and choose who we want to deal with. Me personally, the only living art that I have, well, there's two of them that's still alive, but on my mama's side, the only living art had not too long ago requested me on Facebook. And I'm like, yeah, she would request me now that I have a home church. Because that make me be like, oh, no, that's just be nice. And I'm such a forgiving person, but don't hit me up now trying to be nosy on what I'm doing with my life or even trying to gain a relationship. If you did not form a relationship with me from the beginning, because we all aunts are special. Aunties and uncles are special. Then I don't need you in my life at this old ass age of mine. No, I don't have nothing bad to say, but I can pick and choose who I want in my life. I don't need to feel like it ain't no real love. Like you gotta hit a motive trying to find out what my mother is doing. Like I'm not gonna hit you for hitting me that day. You know what I'm saying? I want to understand. I want is the same with me. Well, you know what it is. With our parents, they grew up a certain way, and with the racism, this is all they know. The bad things that are put out there about other cultures. When you're living in that, and that's all you hear, you tend to believe it until people like us, me and you, even though I'm older than you, we are the generation that is breaking the curse that has been passed down to our parents from their parents and their parents from their parents. So this just didn't start. Even in how Mel just said, even in African American culture, you have dark and light skin, dark skin. We're all beautiful. And God made us unique. Whether we orange, purple. What if we was purple? People gonna be like, oh, she's from the purple family. She's purplish. She's purplish, not Irish. She's purplish. Like, oh God, we have to continue being the generation that curse and uplifting, whether they orange, green, purple, white. You know, we allow this this demonic these demonic demons in this world that's lingering to confuse us. We can break that. I'm Puerto Rican. Embrace Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees. Look at these. I'm kidding. I embrace all cultures as long as they talk in English. We talk in my language. You know what I'm saying? Grabbers has zero tolerance for racism. Yeah, it all depends. It all depends. They could have picked it up along the way. You just never know. Probably they just something that they've been through with that culture that made them feel that way. We just don't know. I know for me, things were passed down from generation to generation, and I can't understand if we're Puerto Rican. What does it matter if I'm light skinned, far from white? I'm in the middle. What's the problem? Like I don't get it. But we definitely are here not to mope and feel bad that we have to go through it. What you gonna do with it now that you faced it? You just be different. It'll help so much. Yeah, I know. I understand you young. You my around. How old are you now? Young. You've been around for a minute now. I've been knowing you for a minute. Because your generation, y'all don't look at all that racism shit. You don't look at who's darker. Let me tell you, I went to my church function and came home and had a bunch of Caucasians in there. I never tell my kids don't feel this way because they white. No, they still people. They still God's children. As long as they treat you good and you treat them good, that's all that counts. That color shit, never introduce that. Let me tell you something. I thank God that it stopped for me. You know, yeah, you're 24, you're in that generation. Y'all, it's like I promote diversity. I believe in interracial, mixed kids. Cause my kids is mixed. You make beautiful babies. Even if we was the same culture, we still make beautiful babies. Whether they dark or light or white or clear, whatever color. It's just, it's crazy. Yeah, I know you understand. You the age of my children. Hey, Miss Dimples, how are you, love? I've been seeing you. How are you, sweetheart? Just, I'm over here gibbering. I was just telling my daughter-in-law, I said, my hours have been stuck because my tail don't come on. Sometimes I don't be having nothing to say. But I see enough, Have anybody been keeping up with the Clarissa Shield and the Papoose? Clarissa Shield done popped the girl. She done popped her. Did y'all see that? How you been, sweetheart? Happy belated Mother's Day. Happy Hanukkah. No, I'm just kidding. I done had a cup of coffee, so I'm wired right now. Just waiting. But yeah, I have, all stuff aside, I have been watching, really, really watching. I've been on YouTube, but I have been really watching this Clarissa Shields lady. I don't care what people do, because I once dealt with a married man. I ain't even gonna tell you no lie. I have, knowingly. So I don't judge people. We do things because as women, we love with our whole heart. And we don't be knowing what is what, but for the moment it serves its purpose. Because you learn something. Will I do it now? No. I won't do it now. Will I judge people if they do it? Absolutely not. I just tread lightly with you. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mess with people like that. And if they do, and if they have, I still don't judge. Because we all got our cross to carry. We all have dealt with things that were not pleasing. I am no better than nobody else. All I could do is just pray. Oh well, it happened. It was nice, and that was done. Maritza, I posted my short, not much. It's about UK rapper Scorcher. He is a 25-year-old writer in the grime and hip hop. Oh, that's great. I don't be into that hip hop stuff, but I do, what I do. I'll make sure I at least participate and listen and like your shorts. You know what I'm saying? Because it can get really, 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 really bad for me. I don't be understanding your rap. I'm used to Biggie Smalls, and if I could push it back to when I was a teenager, Kumo D, MC Light, you know what I'm saying? Queen Latifah, all that good stuff. Even back to who was that? Did I say Kumo D? Yeah, Self Destruct. I was in that era. Uh, okay. I have to get on the call, but I have to stop by and show you some love. Thank you, Boo Boo. You have a blessed day too. I appreciate you. I don't be coming on much, but when I do, I try to say something constructive. We got a lot of people already doing wicked shit on this app, and I just want to be different. Sometimes we need an outlet just to woosah, like, I ain't gotta listen to it. All right. It's like a pit stop from what we just exposed ourselves to. You know what I'm saying? But all this sector is going to hell, and I ain't going with it, and I ain't allowing nobody to discourage me. And if my sister's in combat, my job is to encourage. We all fall short. When you know somebody rocks with you like that, is to put their BS to the side and say, sis, I know I'm going through some stuff right now, but I need to tell you a few things that God needs you to know. Bro, don't beat yourself up. We all been through something. We could all relate to something. Or am I proud of it? No, I'm not. Some things I wish I never did. But it happened. It was a learning lesson, and I won't do it. Prime example, I'm going to share a testimony. You want to hear story time? I know my man don't want me telling the business, but I feel like it's going to help somebody. Around 2011, me and my significant other was going through so much, and I know I have shared this story before, but now I'm going to really tell you because I'm in the light now. Hey, Carla. Hey, Boo. So let me tell you, I was feeling unloved. I'm with this man and had two kids outside of the kid I had outside of him before him. And I'm like, this man is not showing up. I'm working, I'm coming home. I'm feeling like I'm not getting any help. Us as women, we are definitely the bomb when it comes to multitasking. Some things that I'm not multitasking. Listening and talking, I can't do that. I fail. But anyway, yeah, I felt unwanted. And then all of a sudden, my ex showed up. Unfinished. It was unfinished business. I didn't really know how we broke up. I still had kind of had like feelings for him. Um, Being that everything was cut short, my father was very strict. He had witnessed my father physically abuse me at the county fair. To make a long story short, I hooked up with him. I said, F this. If this man don't appreciate me, maybe this man will. So I went to meet up with him in South Carolina. Yes, I did. I went. I was excited. It was like I got resuscitated. I just was excited. I started caring about myself. I stopped caring about what the F he was doing. I started fixing myself, doing my hair, buying me clothes. I stopped drinking soda around that time, started really looking at my health. That probably that the end of 2011, I joined the gym. Yo, I don't know, the excitement had brought me to that level because at that time I was so insecure about my weight. So I'm exercising, exercising. And when I got with him, I told you we're not talking about church. I'm gonna give a little encouragement. I'm giving you my testimony, and I'm gonna be honest. When I tell you, when we got down to do what to do, I was so. I came home. I don't know what that thing gave me, but that thing gave me courage, and I started just. You gotta leave. I'm sick. I started creating boundaries. Something that I should have did when I first met him, right? But again, I met him at 23, so. I'm like, okay, you don't love me, you don't want to take advantage. I get someone that want to meet me half and half. So, so in the midst, this one year, I just kept seeing him, and then one day before he moved back to Boston, God gave me a vision in my dream about him, and it was a warning. He was showing me that he was on drugs. He was showing me that he had multiple women. And God was saying, if you don't stop messing with him, you're going to mess around and lose your life. The people around you is going to start diminishing. Your health is going to decline. And the way he's going, oh, he's digging his own grave. So if you don't part, this is like towards the end of me and him dealing with each other. Towards the end, God started showing me who my man was in my life. At the same time, my man knew that I was messing around. But instead of him rebelling, even though he probably was, he started fighting for me. He started doing things that I've been wanting him to do. Now you want to pay attention and stuff, and you start to rebel the treatment that you should have been getting. Until one day I started getting depressed, and I started learning that this man had multiple women, and then it was doing dope, doing crack, and he didn't look it. I promise you, he didn't look it. That thing definitely didn't look. That thing was healthy. He done had a kid, everything. All this, God protected me. I could have ended up with AIDS. Because you do know just because you protect the penis, if they eating you without a denture dam, you can get AIDS in that way. And he was a muncher. He was a muncher. Lord, if I would have let him continue, I'd have been suicidal. I promise. I was walking into walls. Ooh, it's funny now, but going through it, I knew the only way I could get past it because, you know, again, us as women, we don't love what our crotch. We love what our whole heart. And we give our heart to the wrong motherfucker sometimes. And that was one motherfucker that I wish I never gave it to. I promise you. But I needed closure. And one particular day, I just started praying. I said, God, I don't like feeling like I'm going cuckoo, man. This man is fighting for me. I don't want to continue to to feel guilty. I was feeling guilty that I was doing. My man knew all this time. And then just older than me, so he knew. Like somebody tapping that. She ain't paying me no mind. And girl, that thing had me crazy, Carl. You hear me? And I could talk about it because I'm not ashamed. And he was with somebody. He ain't married, but he was with somebody. That's still somebody else's man, just because it doesn't have any papers. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with a married man. Oh yeah, a couple of them. An example was one right across the street. Messing with him, he ain't getting no buns. I was getting that money. And because I was a little, I thought I was fat, but I had a little pouch. My butt was sticking out. My ass didn't disappear until I started eating. And I got no offense to the Mexicans, but some of young women got some box butts, and that's what I got for talking about them. But yeah, I had to learn. Like, and I was, let me tell you, the only people, some of the people in my circle was talking hella shit about me. And said this one particular girl, I don't mess with her no more at all. I like cut ties, close the door. I don't care what the fuck she say about me. She could have it. Cause I don't have to be your friend. I can say a lot of things about the girl, but what is it gonna do for me? You hate me for what? Because I choose not to entertain the gossip? I don't want to keep talking about the same thing that I have gotten delivered from. You feel what I'm saying? So I prayed and I prayed. I said, God, I know I'm not doing right. I know I'm playing with my health and my life right now. But I know you got me covered and I know you allow me to go through this to learn that the grass is not always green on the other side. So God, I ask you to protect me. Whatever was meant to harm me, um, denounce it. Denounce it. I denounce it in the name of Jesus to the pits of hell. I need you to take it, kick it out the ballpark, non-existence. Help me with my feelings because I had loved this kid so bad. I felt so bad for him. I wanted to help him. But what God showed me that if he doesn't want the help, how do you expect him to help you when you hit rock bottom? How he's gonna give you a pack of cigarettes? Let's go there. How he's gonna get you a bag of a nickel weed? He couldn't even buy you a fucking pair of earphones from the 99 cent store. He had to give you a half working um ears that he already was using. LOL, yeah, girl. Men think we love them for that thing, but it helped. It helped and way deeper than that. No, no, no. Yes, girl, when I tell you, Lord Jesus, it made me see the light. It allowed me to see that I was beautiful, that I don't have to tolerate BS and not be ashamed of the things that I do that people don't agree. Like with the Clarissa Shields situation, I kind of, you know, don't like the fact that she's out there bragging about somebody's husband and this and that. I feel like if you're messing with him, keep your mouth shut, especially your profession. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it shut. If you dealing with him, you dealing with him. They in the midst of trying to get this right. Things happen, people outgrow, and people get separated. But what happened with her she started to put it out there like it's okay to do that, and it's not. You know, okay, we all done fucked the husband. I'm sorry, or boyfriend, or whatever. And I don't mean to bring this up, but I'm talking just sharing, well, just to say that everybody has done something. And guess what? In God's eyes, fucking somebody's boyfriend is still a sin. I'm fornicating. I ain't married to the person. I'm fornicating right now with my old man for 30 years. He's been my one night stand for almost 30 years. And we done both stepped out the relationship. He he ain't gonna admit it to me, but a female now. But I choose to forgive him and hope that one day that he stop being insecure. I know I got some good stuff. Anyway, I say that to say we're all thin. You know, we can't we gotta stop, not we, but them gotta stop casting stones on other people when you got your own cross to carry. And I'm pretty sure that that cross got a couple of baggages. Am I right or wrong? A couple of baggages. People are coming with a. If they open that closet, what would tell you in that closet? I'm being bold today. I'm telling my business. Is it okay? I am free by the words of my testimony. Sister Love saying she kept repeating that. And that's the stuff. I am free. Free at last. Yes, I could talk about it. Because at one point I was embarrassed. I felt like shit. My own so-called friend was talking shit about me, talking shit about my kid. And I still hung around that the guilt of accepting people even when they crossed me. And I didn't know till this day that it was the God in me. God, I was allowing God to fight my battles. And the very same people that has harmed me down to the guy that I was dealing with are suffering from their demise, for afflicting pain on others. And that's when I had to come to grips on what I was doing, what I was doing to myself. What is my self dignity? Why did I allow these assholes, to even play in my face? But it's okay because it's a lesson learned. Can nobody tell your story better than you can? And if you're ashamed of it, then you defeat the telling the story. You know what I'm saying? Continue shining. I'm shining. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And I'm a Gemini. And I don't know why I said that. But Geminis really don't give a fuck. And I give a fuck a lot. Ask Sister Love. Let's talk with love. I justify everything, but I really don't be giving a fuck, if that makes sense. Yeah, girl. She was talking hella shit. And I used to be like, damn, like maybe if I show her that I'm changing, maybe she stop being like that. Always used to remind me how I used to be. I know how I used to tell people's business. I was the one that was fucking telling it. But I'm older now and that I try not to do that no more. You heard the try, right? I don't do it as much. I don't be telling people's business like that. Uh-uh. If it's just a small gossip, something good, I'll talk about it. If it's just me and my girl, we like, we'll discuss, but not in depth, so we'll tear people down. And remember you did this? Yeah, because I can't fuck with you. No, I don't like to hear that. And then me staying silent makes me feel like a punk. God said He fight all our battles. When we put Him, oh, I don't stay with nothing, nothing. If you offend me, I give you to God. If you say I'm a whore, I'm gonna tell you I was, and I'm gonna give you to God. I am recovered. I have been delivered for being a whoremonger. Yes, I used to give it away. Not like that. I wasn't like that in my relationship. That was that one mishap. Thought I was missing out, and come to find out that these motherfuckers out here ain't no fucking good. Down to my man, but he's better now. 'Cause he ain't got. Who gonna mess with these country bitch? Mom, I ain't gonna say that. He knows what he got at home, and I know what I got at home. So I ain't never gonna mess that up. And I speak about my stuff. He don't like talking about it. I don't. I feel like it's healing. Hold on, cause I'm shaking. Don't go no. Ring, ring, ring. I just did Renee. Ring, ring, ring. Yeah, so I've been thinking a lot. I'm like, God, what do you want me to talk about? Because like this channel is pretty much encouragement and a safe place where you could just be you and not feel like you're gonna be judged. This is the people that I rock with, who I go visit, because I don't feel like I'm being judged. I am me, and I can't change who God put inside of me. I haven't heard that word in forever. Whoremonger. Yes, it's in the Bible. Whoremonger. Whoremonger. I was a hoe. I was a 304 back in my days. But I had some good stuff, so I was the hoe with the good stuff. A lot of my promiscuous ways came from childhood. Once I started to identify the feelings of my past and why I felt like I needed to talk down on someone, and that I so-called call my friend. You know what I'm saying? Why am I not holding secrets? Why am I feeling like I retaliated this way? That's what it was. And it stems up from a baby. You know what I'm saying? So I was never, but I had a thing every night, different, all types, Jamaican, black. I never, I dealt with a light skinned guy, but I just didn't like the nightlight thing. It was just too light for me. I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. I needed something that I couldn't see, like I needed a night light to see, like how Darth Vader has that sword. I need something that's gonna no, that was the sword, but you know what I'm talking about, that nightstick. But yeah, I learned from it. I learned from it, and just because we get up in age doesn't mean things stop. You either choose to continue, or to learn from the lesson and remember what it gave you. That'll keep that'll keep you away from the person, because I know with that guy. It was I still I'm gonna admit right now, I still do think about him every now and then, but as a friend, like I'm concerned about his well-being. That's as far as the love I have for him. But to be so head over heels over him, the way I was, if he would have treated me nicer, my dumb ass probably would have been still messing with him. But the fact that he kept showing who he was consistent. And God was showing me that I was messing with a whole person that had all these spirits on him. And God kept pressing, if you don't leave him alone, I can't protect you from what he's about to get. You hear me? I thank God that He has covered me. I dodged a motherfucking bullet. I promise you, He has protected me, even in my sinful ways. I promise you, I thank God for that. And for that, I owe God everything because it's been what, 11 years? And still my status still remains negative. It is such a fucking blessing. It is such a fucking blessing. I tell you, I couldn't do the night, but yeah, I know it looked like a glow stick. Put that mother in the dark, girls, like a nightlight. I don't want to see what's coming. Uh. And then to find out, I did dealt with one. I let him do like two pumps and told him stop. I find out he's an SA offender, a ender, whatever you want to call it. I'm not getting paid for this anyway. Yes, he's on the registry. I was like, my God, I done saved bullets. Thank God for the two men that that could help me conceive these boys I have. I could complain a lot about my first baby daddy and my second baby daddy, but I'm thankful for the men because they are consistent on being their children's dad. So I did good in that area. But honey, if me and my man was to ever part ways, I'll be single, and that's it. I'm at the age where if you walk in front of me naked, I won't feel no way. I can do without. But anyway, yeah, the purpose of me saying all that is that be careful with people. You know, don't beat yourself up if you fuck up. Don't. Give yourself some more grace. Because we all had a time. And what I've been seeing, I'm not cool with. But again, God's saying to walk in my silence and to pray for my sister or brother and to encourage them when it's in my heart to encourage at the time. I don't want to come with empty words. I needed to penetrate. You know, we have people. I'm grateful that I have people, even in my sinful nature, they could still show me that unconditional love. You feel what I'm saying? And whoever if I pop in your live and I speak to you, that means I got some kind of love for you to even step out to encourage or to come into your chat. I don't often be on here. I've been catching a lot of replays, and I don't like it. And it's like the same thing day in, same players, but different victims. And then everybody want to get on the victims as if they didn't have no right to defend themselves. Like people need to mind the business that picked them. Like sometimes your advice is not warranted. It can hurt people. And if you're down with hurting people's feelings, I'm not down with it. I'm really not. I want to be the one to uplift, even in my sinful ways, because I know what it is to have nobody, and I know how it is to have a few to keep me focused and encouraged. So I want y'all to remember that. My mom used to say that they're getting darker and darker. I know, right? Your mom was right. Thank the Lord for the darkness. I love me some dark men. Ooh, yes, now like in salt and pepper. Now that I'm getting older, my man be like trying to tweet because he's getting his gray hairs. My man gonna be 60 years old. I told him he's gonna be officially my sugar daddy. He's officially ARRAP, whatever the letters. He is my discount daddy. He's my sugar daddy. He's the love of my life. He's a pain in my ass, but I will go to the end for that man. He's a pain in my ass. Let me remind you, we have weathered the storms, but when you know someone really loves you, they will change. They will change the narrative and start treating you better. And if they don't, then you have a conscious decision to depart. And Go free yourself. I'm not doing this. Scary out there. Motherfuckers don't really like you like that. Even when if your shit is good, they just like you a little bit because you got the bomb cooked. They cookie. Like it's like done. Like great shit. Great. What they said, top notch. Yeah, you get an A in it. They want to use our stuff and we like to save it and tell them motherfuckers thank you for your services. Have a nice day and be done. But us as women, we feel we go in situations not wanting to get open, but we can't help it. We were created to love. We love. That's our nature. Our love language, love. So sometimes get people grace. Like I don't be understanding things, and I don't want to be coming off like I'm being judgmental. I just feel like you know I have opinions too, but I don't always come out and view them because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't want nobody to feel bad. You don't know what a person has been through. Your judgment can probably discourage the person from even wanting to stay alive. And I don't want to do that. Like that would be on my conscience, you know? And I just pray that people get to that level you know, to support, no matter what race you're in, or no matter your professional, no matter how bad off you are, we all need each other. Iron sharpens iron. If we all go against each other, what is the purpose of even being together? Friends are like alive people that has Holy Spirits, the good Holy Spirit, that's gonna give you great words. How you expect to be sharpened if you don't if you continue to dog people out when they fall? Like who does that shit? I listen, if I ever done that on here that I don't remember because I remember a few, but I don't remember a lot. Remember I smoked. So I'll be forgetting. I'm sorry. I do not ever want to leave that memory on anyone. God still see purpose in you. I got my own. I ain't innocent. Like I shared, I was a whore. I was a whore monger, and I was free at that. I was just giving my stuff away. I done seen little ones, mini ones, big ones, enormous ones, anacondas. I had all fetus, embryo. It's the same thing. Embryo, fetus, that size. Yeah, I done had it all. And now I got my King Vitamin. He's 60, but that thing still works. Yeah, that's my baby. We're gonna be getting married soon. I gotta do my ID. My birthday, did I tell y'all my birthday is next month? Sister Love, let's talk with Love. Birthday is 5/30. She will be 21 too. She celebrates what her twin Remy Ma. So that's if you kind of know, I know. Let's talk with Love personally. Well, we haven't met, but I've talked to her. I talked to her over the phone. Her little sassiness, that thug in her. She's a thug. I'm telling you. No, I'm just kidding. Such a sweet man. Geminis are mostly judged because of our mood swings. So that's what it is. And pretty much, I'm going to explain myself. I have grown to be a loving Gemini. Can I be that bitch? And snap, I feel like I have a little more control of that twin. I don't let her come out. And when it does get poked and I come out and lash, guess what? I am able to say nothing. I am able, that neighbor taught me so much. Prepare me for the attacks in the church. Girl literally tried to take off my headband like I was her servant. I thank God that I was distracted. I thank God that I was nervous. I thank God that even if I wasn't distracted, that I'm able to just stand and be humble and just think about it. Because I used to always act out before I think and then feel bad. Yes, girl, he is my sugar daddy. Well, June 13th, he'll be my sugar daddy, my sugar poppy. I gotta be a little Puerto Rican when it comes to him. He's my sugar poppy. He like it when I call him poppy. He liking it. All it says is daddy. When we call him poppy in Spanish and in English is daddy. I'm his whore. Don't the lady of the nights call their pimps daddies? Yeah, he pimping me to his pocket. That's right. He pays me for this shit. I'm just kidding. Hey, daughter. Hey, Carla. This is my daughter-in-law. Diva, can you share your As a matter of fact, Carla, y'all are in blue. You coming in? Come in. Diva at Diva Dreamland. Please subscribe to my daughter-in-law. She's a upcoming. She's new to YouTube. She does her makeup. She does her little, talking moment. Talks to the audience. She also paints. She creates good content. Please support my daughter. Please, please, please. We about to smoke. No, I'm kidding. No, we not. We're not gonna do them things. But yeah, so I think yes, she said hello, Diva Dreamland.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much.
This is my baby mama. It's my grandson's mother. When you
What?
see her, you'll see him too. He just looked like he do certain things. He looked like his daddy when he was little. That crying. My son's face used to swell up. My grandson's face swell up too. He can't help it. It's them cheeks. But please subscribe to make account. Look through her account. She's starting to come on more. I'm glad she's doing it. She is an at-home mom, part-time. She works part-time when she feels like it. We are roomies. There's nobody's living with each other. We are roommates. They just live across the hall. Shit, not for nothing. The way things are going, we're gonna have to link up. I promise you, shit is not getting good. We're gonna have to put our money together to make it work. Because even with two incomes for an apartment, that shit is hard. Shit, one person, they charge you for everything, light, gas. If you fart, they're gonna end up charging us for that. But anyway, oh my God, I did a whole hour. You lasted that long. Mel, if you're still in the bushes, love you, girl. Thank you for chiming in. And she said, nice to meet you. She just Carla 63. When you see this, that's my friend. She's next door. You live in South Carolina, right, Carla? Or you the one that live in Florida? You ain't gotta tell me the exact. And young, if you still in here, um, hit my daughter up. Oh, you leaving me, Carla? Oh, no, you don't want to tell me. It was nice chatting with you too, boo. I don't be coming on. Start coming on often. But anyway, I love y'all. Okay, so you're in the South. Maybe we can link up one day, sis. Because we want to, before the summer's out, we want to take a trip to Myrtle Beach. So if you live near there, we can meet. I can introduce you to my family, my grandson. Maybe we can probably get a Airbnb and you can stop by, cook and stuff, and we can finally meet each other. I won't be scared to meet you because there's some motherfuckers on here I know I ain't never gonna meet. Never. Let's talk with love. Diva the boss. I don't mind traveling to Nebraska when the weather breaks. I don't want to go when it's snowing and stuff because I heard it snows a lot. But anyway, I love y'all. Thank you for the likes. I hope I helped someone today. Don't let nobody dim your light. When they remind you what you've done, remind them who forgave you, Jesus Christ. He loves you. I'm in South Carolina. Yes, I can't fool with. Yeah, girl. I can't. I'll be ready to fight. That's one of the other reasons why I had to simmer down and put my feelings in the business that people create out here. I'd rather be the first responder to support and encourage. Like fuck them bitches. Okay, you fucked up. Keep it pushing, sis. I want to be that sister because we all need it. I may need it tomorrow. I'll start coming crying and complaining and shit. Because I do complain a lot. I just don't complain to y'all. I complain to my daughter-in-law. Like, Maritza. Not mine. Maritza. So I started calling her fucking sis. Fuck it. But have a good day. I might come on tomorrow. Depends how I feel. Um, I went to the coochie doctor. Everything went well. I know my blood test is gonna come out great. The only thing I'm worried about is these damn so-called fibroids I got. And if they're gonna give me something, I'm might have to get my tubes cut.
That's not where they are. Fibroids grow in your uterus.
Oh, well, whatever it is, I know I got a cyst. If they want to take all of it, they can have it.
No, you're gonna start growing hair on your face. You don't want them to take your ovaries ever.
They can have that shit.
No,
I
you
got
don't start
twins.
sounding like a man.
I already sound like a fucking man. I can't get no deeper than this, right, Carla? All right, let me hang up because she's starting trouble. Bye. Love y'all. Be great. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself more grace. And tell Mojo that got something to say to handle it with God, and that is fine.